So yesterday I finished going through all the pages in the rape gang inquiry of UK. And I gotta say, I thought I have heard or seen terrible things, disgusting things. But this was on a whole nother level. This was beyond disgusting. I didn't even imagine something like this was happening in real life. And I gotta say, I'm really disturbed and angry and worried, to be honest. But this video is not about the UK because many people have already talked about it, have covered it. Today's video is gonna be about Japan. If you have read the rape inquiry of the UK, you will see a lot of these crimes and horrible things have been committed by Pakistani people. Now, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone or any country, but you can see the same thing is happening in Japan. The number of Pakistani people are increasing, and many of them are building mosques illegally. I think I have heard about 3 mosques that have been built in Japan illegally, and the government tried to demolish them. And after being repeated, the government said, you have to demolish them yourselves, the Pakistani people. But the Pakistani people said that will take a lot of time and effort, and it needs money to demolish something that is built, so we are not going to demolish it. It's the same thing that's happened in the UK. Maybe not exactly, but the number of their buildings are increasing, even illegally, and they don't want to destroy it themselves. They are just causing problem for the government. And when the government says, hey, listen, this is illegal, this is not right, they will call you names, like always. And not just that. In a part in Japan, I think it was in the Hokkaido region, around 224 Pakistani people have gathered in a place and don't let Japanese citizens and residents enter that location. Now, the news and the officials are saying this is just misleading information. Something like this hasn't happened. But the same thing happened in the UK. The officials and the news didn't cover what was happening, they just denied it. And the same thing is exactly happening in Japan. They are saying this is not true, this is not what's happening, but that's exactly what's happening. It's already happening. And the government and the news will not cover it because they don't want to be called racist or anything like that. But I have seen many videos and many people say that it is true. Pakistani people are gathering in this location and they are not letting any Japanese people inside. Just look at this video. This is not Pakistan, this video that I'm about to show you. It's not Pakistan, it's not Bangladesh, because the streets are clean. But tell me, will you realize it's Japan immediately or not? Look at it yourself. You see, the takeover is already happening. Maybe not exactly a takeover right now, but it will be in the future. And the current Prime Minister of Japan is not doing anything to stop it. He is just bowing in front of other countries' flags and is more worried to look good in front of other people, other countries, than saving her own freaking country. So based on that, I say you cannot count on Takashi to do anything about it. The number of accidental temples and shrines getting burned down in Japan is increasing, and 11 Buddhist statues have been stolen. I think the news and the officials will say that these statues just grow legs and started wandering off. Nobody stole them. It wasn't anyone stealing them, especially foreigners. But I then again say this is just an attack on your culture and on what you believe in. If your temples get burned down, do anything and everything that you can to rebuild them again, instead of letting another religion, be that Christianity, Hinduism, anything. If any other religion is taking over your country, you should stop it. If there is a place set to be built for another religion, you should protest against it and say, no, there should be a temple instead of any other worship place. You should be fighting to preserve your culture because it's getting destroyed. And as of right now, they are even insulting your flag and your culture, your country, everything that you have. Many people might say, why am I getting worked up about this? I don't even live in Japan. What does that have to do with me? It has nothing to do with me. If Japan gets destroyed right now, it doesn't affect me. I'm just living somewhere else while Japan is getting burned down alive. But I don't want Japan to experience the same thing that the UK experienced. And there is something called in Japan, the name was Gaman, I think. It's basically saying when you're faced with hardship, endure it, overcome it in silence. Don't complain about it, don't nag about it, just endure it and overcome it. But many people in Japan mistake this from keeping silence, even in the face of cruelty or someone is exploiting you or taking advantage of you. And Japan is gonna have a hard time dealing with something like this, to be honest. And I don't want something like that to happen to Japan or any other country. But one of the countries that is facing something that is similar to the UK is Japan. And if the Japanese people don't stand against it, if they don't do anything to stop this, Japan will go from this to this. And I'm sure no one wants their country to get like that. But then again, when I look at the world, I see that everyone is losing their minds to idiocracy. I can just hope that people have common sense and do something about it. Anyway, that's about it. See you all.